Hold on, it's your boy J, but you know what I'm saying? Things were getting serious. Hantavirus is real, but it's been here for centuries. Yes, centuries. I did not know about this virus. Ever since coronavirus, we are on alert. Literally, I went to CDC because I have to get the real facts. Hantavirus, a virus, a family of virus which cause serious illness and death. First of all, stay away from me. You know what I mean? Like, stay away from me, virus, because I don't want it. You know what I mean? And if you haven't known, the virus is on a ship right now.
I normally wouldn't make a video like this, but I feel like I need to say something, so I wrote a few things down. I am currently on board the MV Hondius, and what's happening right now is very real for all of us here. We're not just a story. We're not just headlines. We're people.
No, this is sad. This is real life, real person on Hantavirus cruise ship. Imagine you go on vacation and someone has got the Hantavirus. And they say this virus comes from rodents. You know what I'm saying? From rats, rodents. And then I think about it. Why is it rats and rodents on a ship? We have to be more clean. And then it said hantavirus can affect and cause serious disease in people worldwide. People get hantavirus from contact with rodents, rats, and mice, especially when exposed to urine droppings and saliva. And it can spread through a bite, scratch by a rodent, and this is a rare case. This is rare. This is rare, but we are seeing people right now, he's crying for help, and people have been making jokes like, man, stay on that ship, stay on that ship. Like, get it, like you don't want the virus to spread, but it's like that is a human being, and we have to be careful about how the way we treat people, because it can be you. Imagine you on that ship, lonely, wish you could be at home, wish you could be your family. People like, nope, stay on that ship in the random of the ocean. It's like, that'd be sad. So I think about that.
This is not coronavirus. This is a very different virus. We know this virus. Hantaviruses have been around for quite a while.
And let's talk about that. Hantavirus has been around for a while. I have a screenshot and it says, Hantavirus exists in nature for centuries, but was formally identified in 1978. It was formally identified in 1978. Following outbreaks among soldiers during the Korean War, 1951 through 1953, while old world strains were recognized in Asian Europe in 1950s, new world strain causing severe pulmonary syndrome was identified in 1993. Boom. Wow. So let's just start right there. This is why do viruses keep getting stronger? Stronger, better, faster, stronger. No, for real. And so 1950s, over 3,000 cases of Korean hemorrhagic fever occurred, leading to investigations. 1973, the first hantavirus was isolated from field rodents in South Korea. Field rodents in South Korea. And then in 1993, a major outbreak in the Four Corners region of the U.S. led to the discovery of the virus in the Americas. As of late 23, nearly 900 of hantavirus reported since. So, okay, it hasn't grown that much, but I feel like the media do, ever since the coronavirus, we be like, oh no, it's a virus. We about to be back into quarantine. And, you know, like, I think that's the first time coronavirus ever come around. But this is a thing, and like, we get better medicine, better time to get better with what we got going.
There's a lot of detail that we know. I'm going to ask Anais to come in and say this, but I want to be unequivocal here. This is not SARS-CoV-2. This is not the start of a COVID pandemic. This is an outbreak that we see on a ship. There's a confined area. We have 5 confirmed cases so far. We completely understand why these questions are coming, and we are trying to provide all of the information that we can.
So, boom, that comes from CBS News. Boom. Then we got people in the comments, they saying, I don't want a virus. Season 2, episode 1. She is correct. This is not the same situation. This is a new situation. No, for real. Didn't they say this for COVID too? Nah, for real. Did they say that for COVID? Because like, what's actually going on? And I think about it. We have to be prayer, and we also just have to be mindful. Like I said again, like, these people are real people, real human beings. 5 cases so far, not many, but I think it's just a lot of precaution, because a lot of times it's like, it's just 5 people. You gotta touch, and the whole world was shut down. So, and granted, we have to be very cautious of these things.
We're all over this story for you. Breaking this morning, Dutch authorities say a flight attendant who was in touch with a woman who died from hantavirus in South Africa has been admitted to a hospital after showing symptoms.
Wait a minute. How did they get out the boat? That's a lot of people saying. How did they get off the boat?
There are also new reports that some of the Americans who are on board that ship plagued by an outbreak for days have returned back home.
Return home. I have one demic per lifetime rule. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored, just practicing. Yo, class 27, get ready for your diploma, PDF. It is so crazy because it's just like, wow, like, what is actually going on? What is actually going on? And it takes me to, what is a hantavirus? So we're gonna click this.
So you may have heard that 3 people have died so far on a small luxury cruise that embarked from Argentina due to an outbreak of a deadly virus called the hantavirus. And you might be freaking out because we've heard this story before, back in January 2020 to be specific, when 700 people on a Princess cruise ship caught a disease that we knew nothing about at the time and ended up being COVID, and 14 of those passengers ended up passing. Suffice to say, that situation was just the beginning of the worst possible scenario, a global pandemic. So here's everything you need to know about this current hantavirus situation, including whether or not it has the potential to spread from human to human. So what is a hantavirus? Well, we should actually be asking what are hantaviruses, because there's more than one of them. According to the CDC, hantaviruses are a family of viruses that can cause serious illness or death. And most, which I would emphasize most, not all of the time, people catch these viruses from contact with rodents, especially rodents' pee, poo, saliva, or if they get a scratch or a bite from a rodent. Hantaviruses are also all over the world, and the hemisphere that they're found in determines the kind of disease that someone can get from it. So if you get a hantavirus in the Western Hemisphere, you're most likely to have respiratory issues, and those who are infected with a hantavirus in Europe or Asia are more likely to come down with kidney issues. There's not a single statistic that speaks to how often people die from hantavirus-related disease globally, but in the US specifically, the CDC reports that 35% of cases have led to death. The last time you probably heard about a hantavirus here in the States was when classical pianist Betsy Arcala, married to Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman, died from a mysterious case of hantavirus last year. Now back to the cruise ship. The virus has already killed 3 passengers, while others have fallen ill, and those who have fallen severely ill have been transferred to the mainland for medical care. And as a result, the remaining 150 or so people on the ship are now stuck in quarantine off the coast of South Africa. So now it's time we address the elephant in the room. How did it get spread to these passengers from rodents? Right now, we can only speculate as the World Health Organization's investigation is ongoing, but the ship left Argentina over a month ago, and as you can see here on the CNN map, it got around. CNN noted that the trip itinerary said passengers visited some of the world's most remote islands where they would have seen much wildlife, including whales, dolphins, penguins, and seabirds. So there is a possibility that when seeing this wildlife, there was also some rodents around because animals hang around other animals, but that's simply a hunch. And what's not a hunch is that humans don't actually have to touch rodent excrement to get hantavirus from them, because the poop and pee particles can become aerosolized and travel through the air that we breathe. Which begs the question, if it can travel through air, can infected humans spread it to other humans?
Oh, no, spread through air. That was different. Actually, shout out to Creator Gen Z for Change. That was a great explanation, but as y'all, family viruses, we don't want coronavirus to happen again. This is very serious, and I just wanted to make sure we get this out. Real news, real opportunities to share what's going on. Just to want to share what's going on, the hantavirus. And so, what are y'all thoughts on this? Do y'all think it's just overhype, or you just think it is the start of an outbreak, another COVID situation? As you saying, it is comparison. In 2020, it was like, oh, it's just a couple people on this boat, and it came to a big thing. Is it just a couple on this boat? But I do appreciate that they are taking precaution. Like, oh, no, that's just nothing. Like, no, they're like, okay, let's just make sure it's nothing. We're gonna quarantine y'all, but I'm definitely praying like they're treating these people well, and they are able to get out of quarantine with no diseases, no viruses. And also prayers and support to the families who lost members from the virus. And yeah, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. It's your boy J Book. Peace.